Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jess and today's video is going to follow straight on from Orion's channel, but basically a little background context. Orion, my partner, he made my craft space and I'm just going to show you what it's like now. Okay, so it didn't last long. The reason for this is because when I was working from home, Lilia came into my space and she has quite literally just opened drawers and just made a little bit of a mess. So today's video is just basically me sorting this out, and then I can give a brief little talk about what I've got in my craft area if you're interested, or maybe that'll be a different video depending on how long it goes. Please bear with me, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, it's not great. So while I was working from home, Lilia joined me in my section despite having the little gate, and she was just quiet. And when a baby's quiet and you're trying to work, you're just like, meh, let him carry on. It wasn't doing any damage. There's nothing really to harm her. It's just a lot of like tissue paper and stringy bits. So depending on how long that is, that might just be the whole video. As you can hear in the background, I have got the kids with me, so there may be some interruptions, but I will do as much as I can and hopefully we have a tidy-ish craft room. I also have some crafts I've got an order to crack on with, so that's something I can film. But yeah, please just bear with me. I'm obviously very new to vlogging myself. I have helped with Orion in the past, but yeah, let's go into the time lapse. Break. Someone went and got a Domino's. I've got myself a meatball. What's the word? Marinara. I can never pronounce that word. Having a slice of garlic bread first. Good morning. As you can tell, it's now the next day. After we had the Domino's, me and my friend watched Exo Kitty. If you've not watched it, it's a really cheesy Korean drama, Korean American drama, and me and my friend have watched this every time we see each other. So I didn't get any more of the craft room sorted, and then bedtime routine for children. Lilia last night was really bizarre, and I'm only going to talk about it because like I just don't understand what happened. And I just wondered if anyone's had similar experiences, but normally on a normal nighttime routine, I'll just get Lilia to bed. She'll go to bed on the boob. She is breastfed, and yeah, then she'll just fall asleep. She'll come off herself, she'll roll over, usually hog the bed, and yeah, it would that would be it, and then I can read and sort myself out and go to bed. Last night was just not the case. Bearing in mind, she fed and slept on me when we watched the TV show, and then when we came up here, she fully screamed. Like, it was like it was like a painful scream. It was really weird, and she wouldn't stop, and it was almost like she wasn't awake, but she was awake. So I have a feeling it was night terrors, but I'm not entirely sure. She wasn't hot, she didn't have a fever or anything. I tried to check if she had like a tooth coming through, because she is behind on teeth. The dentist said she was a bit behind on her tooth schedule. But yeah, it was so bizarre, and she literally did this for ages. I ended up having to wake Nathan up because I just couldn't do anything. And I was like, can you try? Sometimes Nathan's a little bit better at soothing her because all she smells on me is obviously my milk. But anyways, yeah, it never ended anyways. Eventually I managed to get her to sleep for a little bit, but the whole night was her either feeding or screaming at me. So I've literally just been non-stop feeding her last night, and it was really really weird, and I'm feeding again now. She is still, this morning she does have a fever. She's a bit hot. So yeah, very bizarre. I will monitor throughout the day, and yeah, we'll keep you updated. Also, I'm currently reading. Breastfeeding is great for me because it means I can read, and I've dug my Kindle out, and a book I'm reading at the minute, it's called On Wings of Blood. It's a Bloodwing Academy. I'm really enjoying it in the minute. A lot of people have DNF'd this book, but so far it's all right. Don't get me wrong, there are some scenes that are a bit cheesy because it's a bullying kind of thing. I mean, it's a school setting. It's very Harry Potter, adult Harry Potter. But yeah, great book. And yeah, I'm just gonna leave my thoughts there for now and read and deal with little one. So one quick shower later, we've got breakfast. What you got for breakfast, Benji? Oh, lovely. Madam is looking a little bit better today. We have some Weetabix as well for Lilia. Do you want some Weetabix? Should we have some? Here we go. Good girl. Oh, here comes Daddy. Behind the scenes. So this is where I got up to last night. Still got a few bits to sort out. I have to organise a lot. There's still some stuff down here to sort out as well. I'm just gonna probably do a quick crack on. Nathan has the mount now, as he's filming his vlog. So as Nathan has the mount, I'm probably just gonna do some cracking on, and then I'll probably show you once I've sorted it to a level that I'm okay with, and I'm okay with a lot. But yeah, that is the plan. Okay, the floor is a lot cleaner, and I'm going to try and do a bit of organisation. As you may know, Orion just put them in to the Kallax unit. There's no specific order, and I'm going to probably try and sort it out in a way that's easily accessible for myself. And I'm trying to remember how I did that. I think from memory the boxes were in the bottom because they had heavy items, and then I had my papers more at my height, especially these. So he's put these at the top, but these are my scrap papers. I'll go through explaining how I organise it in another video, but yeah, I think I'm just going to try and get it more accessible, because something to note is I am only 5'1", so I can't really, this is me on my tiptoes, I can't really get access to these things. Nathan has thought about getting me like a step ladder to put so I can get things, but the best way to do it is to sort it out a different way for now. So I have a tripod again, whoop whoop, so I could show you more of the process. But whilst I didn't have the tripod, I did move the pieces of paper down here, and I also moved the scrap folders down here as well. And then the rest, I'm not really bothered about where they go, but we do need to organise it, and I don't think I can do that all in today's video. So yeah, I'm probably just going to have a think. I don't know where I want things. There's stuff in here that shouldn't really be in here, like this is Lilia's. But yeah, it just needs organising. It's all sort of just been shoved in there. I've got this box down here, which is Christmas crafts, which I did kind of sort out before. So I'll just pop that there. I'm really annoyed that these are so large, because it would be really great if they could be, you know, stacked on top of each other, but they're just slightly too big. So that is upsetting, but I might swap it for a different type of box, maybe get some more of these pink ones, and then I can pop stuff in there, they're Christmas things. But yeah, so that's basically what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to set up my embroidery machine on the desk today, because, as I say many times, I've got to get that set up, and if I don't, I will never get anything done. We are a bit behind because Lilia was poorly. I've also ordered Lilia a little jumper, because I need to either, I can't decide, maybe you could tell me in the comments. I don't know whether to make her a birthday jumper. Oh, it's a bit dirty, you need to chuck it in the wash. I don't know whether to do a birthday jumper, and I'll put like an example of what that might look like there, or a Christmas jumper. And I could use the Christmas jumper as a way to just sort of like show what I can make. But yeah, I haven't decided yet. So I'm just gonna go and set up the machine, ready to do some orders, and then yeah, I'm just gonna probably time-lapse it, let you see what's crack-a-lacking, or maybe B-roll. I don't know. These vlogs probably won't be any good for a while. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye! So I have worked out where I want the placement for each design. Now I'm just going to get the stabilizer ready. So I'm going to be using a thick cutaway. So get some pirate scissors. Cutaway. And I want another one of those because we're doing two of the same design. So there's always a little extra. I have a folder where I save the extra bits, they're quite handy to reinforce it if you feel that you need a bit more stabilizer. They're also really good for just small products when I do testing of a design that I've digitized. They're great for that. This next process is like the worst part of embroidery in my opinion. It is the hooping. So we're going to do hooping. The last two that I did for this lady, I actually hooped up the garment along with the stabilizer, but this time I'm just going to go with my good old floating tip because I didn't have much luck with that. Right, so that's the inner of that one. This one's the inner. They are a bit filthy because I use a spray. It's called the Odif 505 temporary adhesive spray. And obviously all the fibres from jackets just get stuck in there, so they are due a little clean, and the only way to really clean them is with like WD-40. So I need to do that as well. So I've got my two hoops, got my stabilizer, so I'm going with cutaway on the base, and then I'll use a water soluble on the top. You basically want it so tight that it sounds like a drum. That's not tight enough, and that's a bit more. I like it. So now I'm going to get the garment on top, and I need to remember the directions that we are doing it. So this is always going to be on the machine. This is the attachment to the machine. So, and the design, it can be done anyway, so we can hoop it up whichever, but you've got to really think about all the extra fabric. And I struggled with the lady's last jumper as it was quite a thick hood, so it got in the way a bit, but we managed to get through. So I think it should be alright if I just go with it being here, because we've got the zip. We can start to turn it inside out and hope for the best. So that's what I'm thinking I'm going to go with. As you can see, this is the centre. You can use this, so you can find where the actual centre point is on the hoop, which is there, and then you just use a pen like this, which will wash out, and you just do a simple little dot. So I can do that, and then at least then I know that the dots that I've put on, which you wouldn't have seen too closely because I did a time lapse, but I can always go into more detail with it in another video, is just line them up. And this is the most tedious part of it all, and to do it you need, obviously as I mentioned, the temporary adhesive spray just to stick it down. So I'm just going to spray the hoop, and then it will get a bit tacky, and I probably should have done it with a bit of cardboard or something. And obviously, as most of these garments that I'm doing are brand new garments, they're really fluffy. You know, like when you get a brand new hoodie, you just need to wash it because the inside is just super fluffy. Well, that's the same with this situation as well. So I've turned it inside out. The left breast will now be on the other side, which is something to note. But as you can see, I've got here my dot, so I'm going to put my dot on the dot here. Now these dots are the size of the actual design. It's not matching up to the hoop. Then what you do is you've got to flatten it all out, make sure there's no kinks or anything, and then that is pretty much all you need to do for hooping. And as long as the area that we're doing for the design is not too stretched, which is what we don't want, it will be perfect. So there we go, we've lined it up, and when I put it on the machine, I'll line it up as well. Now we can just get it all on the machine. So as we mentioned before, we've got the thingy. I'm just going to add some pins to it. I'm going to be putting a more solid top on top. This one, which we can just pop in the corner here. Try not to stab yourself. That one's not a good one. That's not a great one. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm testing which ones are actually like really sharp. A few of them really need to go. So the kids are now back indoors, so they're probably going to make a bit of a ruckus. So I'm probably just going to throw another time lapse. But essentially, I will go into more detail about embroidery maybe in another video where I'm doing something for the family rather than a customer order. Just because I'll have more time and I can concentrate more. I could even do the whole process from start to finish, including the digitizing or the files and stuff. But yeah, so I'm just gonna probably time lapse me doing some of the jobs, and then that might be the vlog. I don't know how long it is. Again, I do apologize if it's not great. I'm new to this. I don't know how to get started, so I just thought I'd just get started. But yeah. Let's go. So we are on the next colour. We've had a bit of a break, as being a mother sometimes is. So we're on the second colour. We've had a bobbin change, and so far all okay. So I've run into a little bit of an issue. The next part of the stitch out is a black thread, and my usual black thread is running very low, and as it's a top thread, it's visible to the eye. So should that come to an end and we miss stitches, because the machine will probably, I don't know, I've never run out of thread. The machine will just keep going, I would imagine. And then I'll miss stitches, which I'm quite worried about. So I'm just going to go in with this other black, this one. So the one that I had before was broth thread, not sure how you pronounce it. And this one is sim thread, I think. They are of the same colour, so it's a 900. And they're both 100% polyester, I believe. Yeah, 100% polyester, 500 meters, 100% polyester thread. So we'll go with this. I've never used their thread, so we'll see how it goes, how the machine takes to it, because that's another thing with embroidery machines. Sometimes they love thread, sometimes they hate thread, and they recommend certain brands. So it could be a shambles, but let's give it a try. We're all done. I'm actually really impressed with the new black thread. I actually think it might just be a while since I've used the other one, but it looks good. So all we have to do now is take it off the hoop and prepare it to go. So just do all the snips and it's all good to go. So we're going to stop there for today. I managed to get one done. Now back to feeding Madam. I won't show because obviously breastfeeding. But yeah, I'm going to read my book and we're going to settle up for the evening.